What's up, heroes? It's the beginning of the week, and I want to show you a quick process of how to be very thoughtful and intentional about planning out your week. And it's based off of the concepts of the 12-week year. And the 12-week year is this system of being able to break your goal down into really small bite-sized chunks and then scoring yourself and making to make sure that you stay on target and you stay on track and you're pacing to hit that goal for the year. And so I'm gonna walk you through real quick how to do this. And you're gonna do this on a weekly basis. And this is gonna make sure that you're tracking your progress towards your goal and making sure that you're setting things that's attainable and that you're staying aggressive with a sense of urgency to hit them. So I'm gonna walk you through this real quick, and it basically comes down to every week you're gonna first take account of where you are relative to your big goal, your big vision for the year, and then you're gonna break that down to a smaller sprint. And I like to do sprints in monthly increments. So every 30 days is a sprint to the finish. Imagine, if I said go out there and run a mile. Your pace will be, somewhere around, probably 10 minutes a mile. But if I said, go out there and run to the end of the block, you're going to run a lot faster, right? When you have a shorter milestone, you tend to run faster. So instead of setting these big, long, lengthy yearly goals, we're going to break them down into sprints. We're not out here jogging for fun. We're going to be sprinting every week. And so I like to break those sprints down into 30-day chunks. So basically every month is a brand new sprint. You're going to set a monthly target, and then you're going to come up with the big things you got to do every week to hit that target. And so right now, if you see my screen, this is kind of the way you're going to break this down. And we're going to use your top 3 goals. Now, if you have more than 3, you can do this for more than 3. I don't recommend doing this for more than 3 goals because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. And so the first thing you got to do is, what are those goals? What are your big annual goals for the year? And I prefer if you have multiple categories. So don't have 3 business goals or 3 finance goals. Break them up into either finances, fitness, or family. Those are the 3 big categories that I like to stick with. And when I say family, that can be your relationship, close family, or it could be relationships with, your colleagues and mentors. So family just means relationships. So let's change it from family to relationships. And so let's first, if we're looking at this sheet that I have right here, this format. The first thing you're going to do is, and let me move myself out of the way here so that you can actually see the first thing you're going to do is write down the goals. What are the big goals? And this is just a fictitious example. So in this case, my business goal is to gain 100 new clients. You have a fitness goal, which is to lose 10 pounds this year. And then I have a relationships goal, which is to build up my mentor network. So those are the 3 big things that I'm trying to accomplish this year. And if I accomplish these things, this will be an amazing year. Now, I want to take this from right now, those are too lofty. They're too big. They're too far out, and they're not motivating enough. And so what I want to do is break that down into something, a milestone that's I can clearly see in front of me that's going to make me a little more aggressive and pick up my pace after it. So each one of these big annual goals, I want to now break it down into a 30-day target. Where do I need to be in the next 30 days relative to this goal that I know will keep me on pace to hit the long-term mark? And so now I'm going to break each of these down into an annual target. And so for the business goal of getting 100 new clients this year, in the next 30 days, I want to have 10 new clients. If I get 10 new clients in the next 30 days, that will keep me on pace to getting 100 by the end of the year. My big annual goal of losing 10 pounds, in the next 30 days, I want to lose 5 pounds. And so I know if I hit 5 pounds in the next 30 days, that I'll be halfway to my goal. And then for my strong mentor network, and then within the next 30 days, I want to have 4 mentor meetings. Now, notice something about this monthly target. Everything is quantifiable. There's a number associated with it. I didn't just say have good quality time with family as a target. A target has to be quantifiable. It has to have a number. It has to be measurable. We have to have a way to say you did or you didn't do it. And the only way we can do that is if we can measure it. So notice all of the monthly targets have numbers in it. And that's the only way we can clearly measure our progress and track it accordingly. Okay, so now I have the monthly target for each one of my big goals. What am I trying to hit in the next 30 days? And now I ask myself this question: what are the big moves that I need to make in order to hit that monthly target? Over the next 4 weeks, what are the for this week, what are the big actions that I need to take to keep me on pace to hit that monthly target? And so that's where now I just start brainstorming all the things that I need to do this week, or that I could do this week, that I make sure that I'm in line with hitting that monthly target. And right now, it's just going to be a barrage of things. All the things you can think of that you could possibly do this week, that's going to be big moves towards hitting that target. And then the last step is the most important. Now you want to focus. Now, you're only going to come up with your top 5. Your 5 most important things that you have to complete this week to hit that monthly target. Now, I like to put little stars next to them. So I'll go through and prioritize. And so you'll see I have more than 5 here. So now I have to figure out, okay, what are the most important 5? And there should be at least one from each category. All 5 shouldn't come from the business category or from the personal category. There should be at least one from each category. And so when I do this, you'll see I have the first 3 of my business actions are the most important. My social media post, doing an email marketing campaign, and doing 100 cold calls. And then for my fitness one, both of those are important. Getting 5 workouts in and getting 5 days of clean eating. Both of those are important, but I only want to pick one. What's the most challenging one for me? The one that I need to pay attention to the most. The one that's my weakest point. And so the workouts I have down, I'm pretty solid on the workouts. The clean eating is the one that I need to pay more attention to. And so that's the one I want to put a star next to, because that's the one I really want to track. That's where I fail the most. And then the mentor meeting, and I even got really specific and put the name of the person that I want to have a meeting with. And so this is my top 5. I call this will be a 5-star week. If I completed all 5 of these, 10 social media posts, 1 email campaign, 100 cold calls over the next 5 days, 5 days of clean eating, and 1 mentor meeting. If I did those things, that would be a 5-star week. And so what's going to happen now is that this is our Monday process, and we're going to go through our week knowing our 5 most important things. And by the time we get to Friday, now we could take score. How'd you do? Did you hit your top 5? Did you get a 5-star week? And then that way we're taking score and we're tracking our progress. We know exactly where we are. We know where we're failing and we're falling, and we know how to fix it for the following week when we do this process all over again next week. As you do this on a weekly basis, taking account of where you are relative to your big goal, identifying the monthly target that you got to hit, and then the 5 most important things you have to get done that week, and then starting to track that, I guarantee you'll see that you get really hungry and aggressive with a big sense of urgency to hitting your goals. All right, your turn. Now go out there and save the world. See you guys in the next video.